Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I just wanted to jump on and share a couple of thoughts because they just are pinging around in my head, and I just I needed to just share some things. So, this is me. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning running people all over the place, and I've literally kind of just got home and got settled in so I can do some work. But I just wanted to share this information because I can't really settle down and do what I need to do because my brain is thinking on something else. Hi, Ruth. Good morning. I miss you. So here is the thing. Most people, I think, by now know that my mother has Alzheimer's. And I've been doing a ton of research and study and learning so much information. And the thing is that information is just kind of building and building and building inside of me. And I want so badly to just share it with the world. I wish I could gather every single person that I know and love into one big room and have a conversation with them about what I'm learning, because it's, in some ways, it's extremely overwhelming. But the bottom line is that I have this fire for the passion of prevention, and it's a thing, and it's gonna happen. And I don't know how I'm going to share this information. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do lives. I don't know if I'm going to literally hold meetings so that people can come and get educated. I haven't figured that part out yet, but it's coming because I need to share this information with the world. So here's what brought this all on this morning, is I'm part of several Alzheimer's and dementia support groups. 2 of them have been super active today. And really, it's just been 2 posts that have really sparked conversation. But I wanted to share them because I think they're relevant. So the first one was a caregiver got on and asked if any of the other caregivers in the group had noticed, since they started caregiving, that they themselves have become sick. And the flood of responses saying, yes, I'm sick. Yes. It's everything from daily headaches to actually being diagnosed with other diseases. And so the thing is that all these caregivers are stressed to the max. Their bodies are constantly flooded with stress and the stress hormone. And that, when your body's out running on high like that the entire time, you begin to have degeneration. And then it, of course, affects them. So here's my first thing that I want to ask of you. If you are not a caregiver, but you know a caregiver, or you're a friend of a caregiver, family member, or coworker of a caregiver, please take a minute and think how you can help that person. Sometimes it's just offering to do something for them. I just found, funny as it may sound, running to the grocery store, coming over, if you're a good friend, coming over and washing their laundry for them, cleaning their house, picking their dry cleaning up. All of these things that we just think are everyday tasks, those become the extras, the extra added weight on top of someone who's trying to give care to someone. And those are the things that weigh them down, because, if you're trying to give 24-hour care and you know that if you don't go to the grocery store and get food in the house, you're not going to be able to feed yourself or that person, but yet you can't take that person to the store with you, it becomes a really stressful situation. Whereas a friend can be like, give me your list, I'm on it, and go and take care of it for that person. At least a huge weight gets lifted. So just think about it. Think about ways that you can help people who are in a caregiving position. Whatever it is, go mow their yard, go take out their trash. All of those things are just little things, but they make a huge difference to a caregiver. So that's my first thing. The second conversation is someone got on and basically gave a status update on their loved one and then proceeded to go into how scared they are of developing Alzheimer's themselves. And if you have Alzheimer's, or you have a family member who has Alzheimer's, or if you are a family member who has Alzheimer's, your risk is dramatically increased that you're going to have it. And the more that I've been learning, the more I've been discovering that that's not even just the marker. Like, there's so many other things that we do that increase our risk of having Alzheimer's. It's just crazy. So these people are terrified, and that is the accurate word, terrified of getting Alzheimer's or dementia. They're terrified of having these symptoms, of losing their mind, of being the person that has to be cared for, of putting this on somebody else to care for them. And the thing that kills me about this, sorry, I get really emotional about this. The thing that kills me about this is that, from what I'm learning, cognitive degeneration begins when you're in your 30s. Your 30s. So that means that when you're in your 20s, you should be thinking about brain health, physical health, immune health, gut health. If you are not focusing on all of those things in your 20s, you're already starting the degenerative process when you're 30. Who at 20 is thinking about those things? Not my kids. My kids weren't thinking those things. And I've yet to meet a 20-year-old that is thinking about brain health when they're, just getting out of high school. So we've got to get the message out there. We got to get the word out there that the time for prevention starts in your 20s. And it's not that you can't do prevention in your 30s or your 40s or even your 50s, because you can. There are things every one of us can be doing. But they are predicting right now that 105 billion people will have Alzheimer's in the next 30 years. That's staggering. 105 billion people in 30 years are going to have this disease. And they're even predicting at this point that Alzheimer's is going to outpace cancer. Now, I want you to think about that for a second. I don't think it's possible to go out and talk to anyone, and ask them if their life has been touched by cancer and have them say no. They either have a coworker, they have a friend, they have a family member that's been touched by cancer. So if that's what cancer is like right now, and they think Alzheimer's is going to outpace cancer, what does that say to you? What does that tell you about the future? We've got to do something about it now. We have to do something about it now. So, yes, I probably am, I'm probably going to become the crazy lady that you guys all know, and the person that you wish would just shut up because, sorry, because I don't want this to be my story. I don't want it to be my brother's story, or my children, or my children's children. I heard yesterday that it takes 10 decades for a genetic marker to leave your gene pool. That means that if you can prevent, if someone in your family had cancer, and you managed to keep everyone in your family from having it, the next generation, you would have to continue to do that for 10 decades before that genetic marker leaves your line. we've got so much work to do to teach people how to fight this and how to change the world, literally. So, you might not like my posts or my live videos, and you might not like that I'm constantly talking about oxidative stress, and I'm constantly talking about gut health, and I'm constantly talking about turning on your mitochondria, but I'm telling you, I'm doing it because I love you. And I don't want this to be your story either. So just think about it, okay? Think about what you need to be doing. And if you don't know what you need to be doing, you don't know what you're doing that's setting yourself up for these issues, these biochemical imbalances, then just talk to me. I'm happy to have an email conversation. I'm happy to get on the phone. I'm happy to Skype you or instant messenger you. I'm happy to go meet you for lunch or coffee or whatever it is. If you just want to start the conversation, you want to know the information I'm learning, then ask. Join me on this journey. And if you happen to know someone who has Alzheimer's, or any caregivers who have Alzheimer's, or any family members of people who have Alzheimer's, please, please, please recommend that they join my group that I started on Facebook. It's called Nutrigenomics and the Alzheimer Connection, and I'm downloading as much information into that group of what I'm learning as I can, because I have to start somewhere. So that's where I've chosen to start. I love you all, and I hope you have a fantastic week.